Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Araceli and today's video is whatever video, to be honest. It's like there's no plan for this. Just hang out with me in my room and what I've been, an update and what I've been doing. Mentally, emotionally, physically, where I've been, what's been going on. And I also want to show you guys an update of my room as well too, because things have kind of shifted and I've moved things. I've gotten new things. If you didn't know, I recently moved. Well, first I wanted to show you guys. So this is where I've been. Let me just take you around my room. I'm gonna show you guys the before of my room, and then I planned on cleaning it together if you're down. My room is a mess. All right, let's do this. So this is the little bookshelf. I've decided to put my shoes there. I have got this carpet here that I really like, but I don't know if it looks too like modern. And I have this little corner right here for some of my crystals, some sage, some herbs, and underneath it is like my journals and things. And this area right here is essentially like, I don't want anything here at this time because this is my yoga corner. That is just a box of crafts and then some like scrap pieces. That is not mine. That is from a place where they reuse bags. So that's not mine. But no hate to Subway, it's just not my bag. This is a little chair that I have here. So then we have this little area right here, which is probably my favorite part. Got my vanity in this left-hand corner and my drawers, and then I have my armoire, closet, and then a little sofa right here. I don't really love it at this time. I have like a couple little things here. Before I clean, I actually wanted to show you guys the midst of all of this like anxiety I've been feeling recently. I've found a meditative practice in painting, watercolor painting. I recently have felt very happy with it and felt very calm, and like all of my thoughts wash away, and it makes me really happy. So I wanted to actually share with you guys a couple of my paintings because this is my little sketchbook here. But I first will start off with this one, which I showed in my nighttime routine video. This is like a little art piece. I have like some flowers here. This is from a different frame when I pulled out like whatever was inside here, and then I have a little daisy. Kind of weird because I taped like two pieces of like this. That's why that's kind of weird. But that is my first piece. I'm gonna like show you progressively like my progress. So this is my very first painting, and this is like me just copying off of YouTube. Most of what you see in my art is me copying and learning, and nothing is original, so please take that into consideration. The next one is, this is funny, it's just like a blue background with like scribbles and me figuring out colors and paint. And then this is me copying off of something I found off YouTube, and that is just a fairy. I do not like this painting, but I'm going to show you. It's just strawberries, lemons. This one is like me practicing roses off a YouTube tutorial. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. It's not amazing. This was just me like painting. This is my first like freehand where I like was painting what I saw in front of me. I actually really like this page. It was me finding doodles and then painting them in. So this is from Beatrix Potter's work, who I absolutely love her art style. Disclaimer, I don't have any like art experience, and I really want to figure out how to take tangible images, and so the way that I'm learning and turn them into art, and the way that I'm learning is just by copying art to figure out how to even draw in the first place. So a little bunny, and then this one is a little mouse. I did this one before this one actually, but this one is a little mouse that I did. He's so cute. So then I want to talk about this book here, Watercolor in Nature by Rosalie Hazlitt. I checked this out from my library, and I love this book so much. I feel like this is exactly the type of like learning that I was trying to do. It like goes in such big depth of like what you're drawing and like how to look for shadows, and you're actually drawing and taking from like a real life, break it down and like shape actually like each color that you're using. I painted a little snail. This is the snail from the book, and then this is the snail that I did. And then I did this guy too, this little frog. And then there he is. This is my favorite one so far. I went to this little kind of secondhand store near me that is, they're like it's a craft reusable store, which I really love. And so I kind of went crazy there, but they have these little vintage tea napkins there that I was obsessed with. That as well too. So I have like a bunch of these. I got like a little bag of shells because I've been seeing a little like seashell mermaid jewelry thing and I kind of want to do that. I got this like old little flippy thing, just something to like have in my home for decoration. I got a little postcard. It's really pretty. And then I got this little like painting. Look, like two bucks. Love it. But it has a little hole up here and I don't love that, but we'll put it in a frame and that'll go away. I got a bunch of paper for watercolor. Got these little like doilies, which I love so much. I love little circle doilies like that. And look, I literally need candles so badly. My room looking like this is abnormal for me. I don't really let it get to this point. First thing I want to do is like get my clothes all situated. If you're new here, I work at a vintage clothing store, so we have really pretty stuff and I can't really dress casual to work. Not that I like want to, but it's like every day where I have to like think of a new outfit. My clothes just like scattered everywhere almost every day. It's my favorite part of the day because I get to be creative and I love dressing up, but it's also like my least favorite because then my room gets a mess. We're not deep cleaning, so I'm not gonna worry about this, but I have like a bunch of my journals, my old journals like in the corner shoved over here. My ski neck warmer. I don't know, I went skiing like one time 2 years ago. Doing laundry right now because I just need a moment to clean and organize my place in the name of self-care. I wanted to chat about where I am at kind of mentally recently. I feel like, just to be like transparent, it's been really hard for me recently and I don't know like what necessarily is going on. I don't know if it's just because my frontal lobe is developing a lot more, that things just like are coming into perspective and I feel very overwhelmed. But even whenever I was out like having fun and trying to be free, I just like felt really lonely at the same time. I've been having a struggle with that and being surrounded by people in general recently. It's been a bit difficult, but I'm working on it and trying to figure out like where that's stemming from and going to therapy. Recently I've just been nervous about this like fleeting feeling of just things like feel fleeting, and every single day like for the past like couple months have been just me trying to be as gentle as possible with myself and just giving myself extra love, kindness, because I've just been feeling like so sad recently. Just every day has just been a little acts of love and service and quality time with myself, try and get through the day essentially. And I deleted social media last week for a couple days to just stop also the comparison bubble in my head. I recently re-downloaded it and I just have this like weird struggle with social media too, because I love sharing and I love being online, and like I've been online since I was little, so trying to like be comfortable with taking up space as well too has been super big in my life for the past couple of years in general. Hard to be on social media sometimes, but I just wanted to chat with you guys about that. And yeah, now I'm gonna finish my laundry really quick and continue to show some love for myself today. I'm finishing up laundry and I cleaned my bathroom in my other room, which I'll show you. This is my bedroom area right here, and she's being cleaned a little bit still, but this is my bathroom. She's so cute. just put this up recently, and it kind of covers this like other towel bar handle thing, but whatever, that's fine. I'm not stressing over it. So I have this closet here in my bedroom, and it's like a mirror closet, which is nice, but she's a mess storage wise in there. And I'm thinking of moving all the clothes that I have in here over there, strictly because I kind of want to put all like my art supplies and craft stuff in here. This is my vanity area right now. It's so bad, it's a mess, it's not cute. Removing everything. I swore I had more stuff on here, but I guess not, so that's fine. And then up here is that. I don't know if I'll leave it like that. I'm not married to the idea, but it's okay for now. I finished for now. I had a little bit of a cry for a sec because I just feel a little overwhelmed again, but nonetheless, my place is clean and I'm really happy about that. And it looks great. But I'm not like married to this setup, so if you guys have any like suggestions on how I should set it up, I'm gonna show you now. So I have that area here, and I love using seashells for like holders, so I have that. I do like this space because I like to do yoga again, and I really like an open space, so like I kind of need an area specifically for stuff like that. I have to finish like this little ledge and things that I have along there, but the setup and then my little vanity. And then I did switch my stuff, so now this is empty, but it has like more of my things where I don't know where to go, and then long dresses there. And then my armoire looks a bit better too. I'm headed to a lyra class right now, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be my third or fourth one, so it'll be fun. So recently I have been taking lyra classes, and I again just had a sudden urge to look into it while I have been doing these burlesque events. The door to aerial just ignited me. It's been so much fun and so creative and freeing. But I've taken trapeze classes as well, and I would like to try aerial silks eventually. But funny enough, during this process, I found out my estranged grandmother was in the circus. I was like browsing through her Facebook, but she was in the circus when she was around 18, and I saw these beautiful photos of her that she shared in her costumes. It was a full circle moment though as to why I loved aerial so much. I've always loved climbing things, but rock climbing wasn't my niche. But when I tried aerial, I was like, yeah, this is it. sewing recently. I just took a sewing class because I got a sewing machine because I wanted to learn how to do alterations for a lot of dresses that I buy. I'm gonna be continuing to learn how to sew. I got a couple of new things. I got this polka dot belt, which I think will look so cute with so much. And all of this stuff is ripped, and it's so sad because I have to kind of learn how to figure out how to either fix them or style them in an interesting way. So if you have any thoughts or ideas on that, please let me know, or like can point me in the right direction. Look at this stunning, look at that lace there. She's so gorgeous. And she has these, I love these sleeves so much. She's silk as well too, but she's stunning. And she has a rip right here. If you can't see, she has a rip. She's very ripped up. But I think that adds to the character of these type of dresses, so I don't usually mind, but we'll see what we can do to like kind of figure out how to work with this. And these are the other three that I got. I got this gorgeous slip as well too, a major rip on the side of her, which is like by the armhole. This 1920s beautiful dress right here, a big rip here, and then I think another rip like on the back somewhere. Amazing dress as well too. I'm obsessed with it. But she has a broken zipper and then also a major rip bottom right here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna get ready for work though, so let's see what outfit to wear. I'm gonna say no to that. This is my sewing machine. It's a Brother, ooh, don't do that, CS 5055 PRW Project Runway limited edition. And I got it for 50 bucks off Facebook with foot pedals, needles. She gave me bobbins, stuff like that. So I actually had a sewing class recently, and it was really fun. It was like one-on-one with somebody, and I was learning to alter and hem things, and I'm taking another class soon, which I'm really excited about because I work at a clothing vintage store. I don't know if I've already given the spiel on this, just in case, but and we do that a lot, and so I want to learn and be able to be a seamstress at work. That'd be so much fun. She, at the end of the class, taught me how to make a scrunchie, and I have it in my hair right now. It's a little scrunchy. My hair's probably crazy right now. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm just thinking, like, let's not lose our creative sewing and keep practicing. So I've decided to make another scrunchie. Okay, I apologize, but I'm gonna do a voiceover instead because I thought it was a bright idea to leave my washing machine on, or maybe I just tuned it out. But anyway, here I am just taking that piece of measurements that she gave me for the scrunchie, and I'll link below a link to maybe a scrunchie tutorial, but I'm just cutting out this like scrap piece of fabric that I had and cutting it to the measurements that I need. This project is super easy as well too, so if you are looking for a beginner, super beginner project, this is a good one to start with. So then I'm cutting 7.5 inches of elastic, but I thought it was a bright idea to cut a little bit more because I have a lot of hair. But in the end, you'll see that it wasn't, so aesthetically wise, but yeah. Together and sew along the short. So many words. Short edge, right sides together. Okay. And then I think we're gonna do like a one, all seams, 1/2 inch allowance. Haha. So then I'm just pinning a 1/2 seam from the edge as a little guide for when I sew, and I'm going to be doing a straight stitch. Okay guys, this is the part where we use the machine. It's happening. Whoa, she went really fast. what I just sewed was the end of that. So I put that on the table. I'll like flip it over. And then this top layer we want to fold like a little burrito. And then we want to fold the outside layers together. And then I'll put a pin in this. Now I'm gonna sew all along this outside edge slowly. I finally did it. I had to redo it, and it was because my thread was starting to like jam up, and I had to use a different color thread, which is so annoying. My bobbin is white and my thread is black, but that's okay. I think I'm done now. So I'm going to pull this inside out like that. And then we have this. So now we have our scrunchie. So we're gonna safety pin the ends of this elastic, and then we're gonna feed it through this hole. After I pulled the elastic through, I just straight stitched and then back stitched as many times as I could to close it off. So I have my scrunchie here, and then I'm just gonna sew this like little gap right here close. I don't know if you can see that. Hey guys, okay, so we're on the floor. This is the first scrunchie that I made, my sewing class, and then I put the one that I just made right now. So there's my second one, and she's tinier, I think. So now I've made 2 scrunchies, and I need to make the elastic shorter so that way they stay more on my wrist, like less elastic. I can now just buy a bunch of elastic and never have to buy hair ties again, and then I can make them as gifts for friends and my nieces and nephews, so that'll be fun. So there's that frog that I showed you in the beginning of my video. I decided to frame it and put it on my little windowsill. But throughout this video, and a major theme in my life recently, creativity has been essential to my sense of calm. It's helped me take all of the confusing energy life throws at me and turn it into something tangible, regardless of what that looks like. I find sometimes I can misplace energy into comparison or quick dopamine on my phone and wonder why I feel a lack of purpose, but it's essential for me to work with my creativity and nurture my inner muse. I hope to one day have a full art studio dedicated to all the things that I'm into, and it just be a huge organized mess filled with life and love. Make art even if it's quote unquote bad. Make it over and over and over again.